In this video, I'm going to show you how to register for the Creepy Hollows Marketplace. Now, if you don't already know how to reach the marketplace, I'm going to show you a couple of ways you can do that. The first way is you can head on over to the Creepy Hollows website, which is at www.creepyhollows.com. That's www.creepyhollows.com. Once you're there, you scroll down to this section over here where it says Shop the Marketplace. If you click on that link, it should take you to this site over here, which is the Creepy Hollows Marketplace. The other option you have is if you're on the forum, if you're on the Creepy Hollows forum, you scroll up to the top right section over here and see this link where it says Marketplace, this button over here. If you click on that button, it should also take you to this page over here, which is the Creepy Hollows Marketplace. Now once you're here, you're going to want to register. So how do you register? You first have to go to the registration page. So there's two ways you can do that. Click on this over here. If you click on register, it'll take you to the Creepy Hollows Marketplace registration page. You can also click on this button over here that says Welcome New Users, Register Today. That will also take you to the same registration page. So if you go ahead and click on that, you'll see that we're here at the Creepy Hollows Marketplace New User Registration page. Now I'm going to walk you through the registration process. The first option you have is you can register as an individual or as a business. Now the only difference is if you register as a business, let me show you that. You'll see this field pops up over here that says company name. So you'll put in your company name over here in this field if you want to register as a business. All the other options you see down here, all these other fields will all be the same. The only difference between an individual and a business is you have your company name over here. Now let's say I want to register as an individual. So the first form the field you have to fill in is this full name over here. You put in your full name in this first box over here. So go ahead and type in your full name. Next up you have your address, your real address. So you go ahead and type in your address, then your city. This is the city that you live in, your city of residence. Let's say I live in, for example, Houston. Next up, you pick the country that you are living in. Now, for some countries where there'll be a list of states and provinces for you to choose from over here. Right? So if suppose by default the country is United Kingdom, and it'll show in this field over here that says state province. If you click on the drop-down list, it'll show you a list of states and provinces from the United Kingdom, and you just go ahead and click the state or province that you're living in. Now, if you're not from a place where there's a stored list of states and provinces, for example, let's say Thailand, for example, you'll notice that there's no drop-down list for you to choose from. So you'll have to type in the state or province that you live in manually. So let's say Bangkok, Thailand. But if you're in a country like the United States or the UK, there should be a list for you to choose from, and you just pick the state or province that you live in. And then you fill in your zip code in this box over here. Next you have your phone number. So just put in your phone number. And then your date of birth. This will be, first you choose your month of birth, and then the day of the month that you were born. And this last box over here is where you fill in your year of birth. For example, 1960. Then you have your user account details. first you'll have to put in your email address. If you want to complete the registration, you'll have to click on a link in your email. So you want to make sure this is an email that you do check. It's a valid email that you actually use. So I'm just going to put in an email there. You type in your email a second time. So you email twice. Then you have this option to subscribe to the newsletter. If you aren't already subscribed to the Creepy Hollows newsletter, if you click on this box over here, if you tick it, that'll subscribe you. Then you have your username. This is the username that people will see you as on the Creepy Hollows marketplace, and you'll also use this to log in to the marketplace. So go ahead and pick a username. Then you have to type in a password. The password has to be 6 characters at least. In order to make it more secure, you'll want to use a mixture of maybe letters, numbers, symbols, but you want it to be a password that you can remember. So go ahead and fill in a password, at least 6 characters. And over here where it says verify password, you just type in the same password again a second time, just to make sure that you haven't typed anything wrong by mistake. Now if you have typed the same password twice, this orange tick mark will appear on the right to show you that it's okay to proceed. If it doesn't show, then just type it all in again, just to make sure you have everything correct. Now once it shows, you move on to the next part. Here where it says tax settings, if you want to apply for tax exemption, you'll want to put in your tax registration number in this box over here, in this field over here that says tax registration number. So if you want to apply for tax exemption, go ahead and fill in your tax registration number. Next you have your registration PIN. You'll want to put in this field over here that says confirm PIN, you type in what the numbers or numbers and letters that you see in this picture over here. So go ahead and do that. And then next up, you have your payment settings, and this is the information that will be used for payment while you're on the Creepy Hollows marketplace, either for paying a seller or for receiving payment. And most people will be using PayPal, so just go ahead and put in your PayPal email address. Fill that in there. You also have the option to choose WorldPay ID or MoneyBookers if you want to, but most people will be okay with just using PayPal, so just put in your PayPal email address over there. Next you have the terms and conditions. Read this through at least once, make sure you understand everything, and remember that this website does not permit minors under 16 to register. So if you're under 16, I'm afraid you're not going to be able to register for the marketplace. If you understand all the terms and conditions, you tick this box that says I agree to the terms and conditions above. Then you click on register, and once you do that, what happens is you'll have to go to your email and wait for an email from the Creepy Hollows marketplace, which will say Creepy Hollows marketplace confirm registration. Once you get that, open the email and it'll say dear whatever your name is, your account on Creepy Hollows marketplace has been successfully created. It'll show your login details. It won't show you your password, so make sure you remember your password. You click on the link over here, it says click here. You click on the link where it says please click here in order to activate your account. Click there, and it should take you back to the Creepy Hollows marketplace, and your account should be activated. Once you reach there, if you're not already logged in, you type in your username and your password on the left over here. You click on login, and there you are, you're signed in and registered for the Creepy Hollows marketplace.